Welcome back to Bullet Catcher Gaming. It's Seditious Trooper here, and today I'm going to talk about Insurgency Sandstorm, which is recently said that it is coming to console release as of August the 25th. We're just going to get into what roughly is going to be in the game, and if it's going to be a game that might interest you. We're going to get into that. First of all, though, I will just say, with the current crisis going on around the world, stay safe out there, everybody. Do what you can. Awesome stuff. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. Entirely up to you. No pressure whatsoever. So, Insurgency Sandstorm. What is it? Well, Insurgency Sandstorm is a multiplayer tactical first-person shooter video game. It's developed by New World Interactive, published by Focused Home Interactive. It was officially announced in February 2016, and it was for Microsoft Windows, and then later PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It is actually a sequel to the 2014 video game entitled just Insurgency. Now, basically, Insurgency is a tactical shooter. It features a minimum HUD. It lacks a health bar. It doesn't have ammunition count or minimap. It is kind of got a slow and realistic gameplay. Moments of intensity, weapons are very accurate and extremely deadly, putting the emphasis on teamwork. Improvements from Insurgency, the original game, include the addition of player progression system, a character customization, and its added cosmetic unlocks, as well as they have created larger maps for drivable vehicles. The game in itself is kind of a mixture between games such as like Arma on the PC and an action game such as Call of Duty. Now, at the beginning of a match, players can choose classes. Players have supply points to spend on weapons and modifications. This will impact on physical weight and speed of the player in game. And then players are separated into two teams. So the first being security. Now, this is loosely based on the United States SOCOM and also the Kurdish YPG, which also includes female fighters. And the other team being insurgents, which is kind of, does what it says on the tin. Basically kind of loosely based on like ISIL and, people like that. Nice people. There are going to be 6 online game modes and 1 cooperative game mode. So let's have a look and see what these game modes are going to be included. So the first game mode is called Push. So it says the attacking team must capture 3 or 4 territorial objectives in sequential order. For every objective captured, more reinforcements are made available. More time is given to capture the next objective. The defenders must protect the objectives from the attackers. And it says if the attackers are able to capture all 3 or 4 objectives, they must find and destroy the cache. At this point, the defenders only have 1 life to fend off the attackers. The game ends when either team runs out of reinforcements and players or time. The next mode is called Firefight. Both teams must battle each other to capture all 3 territorial objectives. Each player only has 1 life and can only respawn after their team has captured an objective. A team wins when either the entire team is eliminated or all 3 objectives are captured. The third is called Frontline, described as a 2-way push mode. The teams have to capture objectives one by one and then destroy the enemy cache. Each team has to capture the enemy objectives while also defending their own. Every time an objective is captured, the capturing team will gain reinforcement waves, they will come in waves, and then respawn their team. This was a newer game mode which was added on the PC update 1.4. And then we have Domination, which is similar to Firefight. 3 objectives. These can be captured at all times. However, teams received history points for each objective held, and the team which reaches the point threshold wins. On death, players respawn immediately on a random location on the map. This was also added to the PC version of the game, which has been running for some time now, well over a year. I think it was fall 2018 that game arrived on PC, and that was added in the 1.5 update. There's also a competitive, which is a firefight in a 5 versus 5 ranked queue with higher equipment costs and different class structure. And then they also move around and add things like limited time playlists, which is things like a kind of arcade mode. This features a different game mode every week, usually existing one with kind of bolt on things such as, drop a live grenade on death or rifles only, all that kind of stuff, melee only. It can be all sorts of things like that. And then we have a cooperative game mode, which is called Checkpoint, where players are grouped into one team and must complete mission-based objectives against AI. Every completed objective will grant fallen players another life. Now, we may also get some extra modes. We are waiting to find this out. One is called Skirmish, where there are territorial objectives that both teams have to capture. Each team has a cache to protect. If the caches of both teams are destroyed, the game will be played like Firefight. And to win, the cache must be destroyed. All 3 objectives captured. And there's also an arcade mode, possibly coming into the console version. This hasn't been confirmed yet, but hopefully it will be there. It's very much casual modes that are rotated kind of in and out with updates, which is things like Team Deathmatch and all your kind of usual fare that you would expect to see in a kind of shooter game. Now, we will be covering this game on this channel. I don't know in what capacity, but we will definitely be covering it. This is a game that has me quite excited, especially for that kind of tactical cooperative experience with a kind of emphasis on like terrorist hunt in Rainbow Six Siege, where a group of you have to take down multiple AI enemies working as a team together. That is in this game. That's the thing that really interests me, or piques my interest anyway, to get more modes like that. I don't mind PvP, but PvE on these type of games is personally where I like to play. This is definitely a game that looks interesting. Its emphasis on realism, that kind of magazine, when you reload your magazine, it will obviously dump the rounds that you've got and only give you the rounds that you had left. I really like that kind of gameplay. Emphasis completely on realism, like I said. We'll definitely be getting that. We'll definitely be featuring it. We thought we'd show it to you today in case it interests you. August the 25th, it's hitting PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Let's know what you think in the comment. Will you be picking it up? Come and join us for a game if you do. And yeah, there you go. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you for your time and thank you for watching. And we'll see you again soon on Bullet Catcher Gaming. Bye bye.